We on this thing. Ask me anything about how to start your business online. Super exciting topic to talk about, you guys. Very valuable topic, okay? Very, very, very valuable topic to talk about, okay? Mm, super valuable topic to talk about. I popped on here because um, I'm being challenged. I'm being challenged, and God was like, maybe you should try a new strategy this week. And just based on the stuff that I'm learning, and yeah, I'm quick to implement. That's one thing I've learned about some of the mistakes that I made at the very beginning of my digital marketing journey was I was very slow to implement. I was very slow to like move my feet on the things it was that I was learning. So now that I have adapted that mindset of stop being so slow to implement, and just do what it is that you're learning. I'm on here. I'm on here because I'm like, I was watching a. Why was I about to say sermon? You know how some people just the way they talk about business, it just kind of like you in church. I don't know. So, anyways, I was watching somebody talk about. Look at this rainbow necklace. It's so cute. Okay, baby, I'm live. Okay. Okay. So, I was watching somebody talk about a strategy of why you find it hard to make sales in your business or something like that, and he was talking about you know people need to know who you are in order to know, like, and trust you. Also, he said it takes people 7 hours. Y'all, listen to this. This is good. This is good for people who like, who are building their digital marketing businesses and getting themselves on sales online. People need to spend a minimum of 7 hours with you before they feel like they know you. And so, yes, digital marketing and social media is a good place to build community, but like people, like, okay, saying for example, if you were having a close relationship with somebody, y'all spend time all day, of course you would know that person. But like people online, they don't know you. They only know you as much as you show up. So like and for me to like hear that, you know, uh people have to spend 7 hours with you in order to know you. I'm like, oh my God, I need to spend way more time online then. And so he was talking about how, you know, um he has a lot of content. He got so much content, and so people are just able to like binge watch his stuff. So by the time they didn't watch all of his stuff, they feel like they know him. And I was like, this is why the number one um, piece of advice that I can give is you have to be consistent, because you do have to be able to um, you do have to be able to be a channel somebody can go to and just like scroll through your videos so they can get to know who you are. And I didn't understand. I'm telling you, I did not understand this concept until I really um really began to be super intentional about my business and super intentional about what it is that I'm doing in my life before I was like, oh, huh, now I know what they talking about. So anyways, a little bit about me before I started my digital marketing business, y'all. It's so funny. 10 years ago, I decided that I wanted to start. Well, okay. Oh my gosh, y'all! Actually, 11 years ago. Yes, 11 years ago. That's funny. 11 years ago, I had this burning desire to, you know, just own a business, just start my own business, and just kind of like figure it out. Like I feel like at a very, 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 very young age, I really wanted to start a business. I really wanted to be somebody who offered products, but most importantly, y'all, I wanted to be somebody who made an impact, because there were people that I watched growing up, and I was like, oh my gosh, like she's bomb. Like she's going to speak, and like she's going to do all these things. She's changing people's lives. And I was just like, I want to do that. So I jumped into a lot of opportunities. Y'all, I'm talking about multi-level marketing, network marketing kind of style where you selling products for a company. I did that a couple times in a couple different ventures. And then I started selling the AAA memberships for like the older people. And then I even went as far as to get my life insurance license to sell life insurance policies. But none of that stuff resonated with me, y'all. But guess why? Guess why none of that stuff resonated with me? It never resonated with me because I didn't have the skills. I was missing so much of the skills that it required for me to be great at it. Like, so when I found this marketing course that I was taking, I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally why let me not say failed. I'm like, this is literally why I failed at a lot of the opportunities I was in because I just was missing the skills, y'all. I just did not have like what I know now, knowing how to share my story, knowing how to talk to people, specifically to a certain group of people, and be able to speak to their pain points. It's just so much stuff that I'm learning. I didn't have those skills, y'all, but I do believe if I had the skills that I'm learning today in this course, I would have. I could see myself in that stuff now, but I'm like, I already been through that stuff. So, I was like, I remember when the last opportunity I stepped out of, I was like, you know what? I'm not doing nothing else. I'm not doing anything else until it's my business. I'm not working for nobody else. I'm not selling nobody else's products. I'm not doing none of that. Like, if it ain't, if it don't got Jordan written across it, I don't want to do it. So I remember telling myself that, and then I was like, well, I was upset because I was like, I really want to build a business, but like, I was willing to say you whatever, like it just is what it is until something find me. And so I remember last year at the top of 2024, I was like, this is my year. But this is the thing I want y'all to know. Can't no year be your year and the year has already begun. Right? If the year has already begun, that's not your year. Okay? So this is why, I always talk about my videos like, listen, things don't happen like that, sweetheart. Things don't happen like that, baby. Who you are today is who you are tomorrow. Ain't So last year when I realized that, I said, "Oh man, it's already 2024." I'm like, I'm gonna have to spend this year just trying to figure out what it is that I want to do. So I remember probably about 2 months before I invested into the course that I'm taking now, I was sitting in my home and I was trying to figure out a way to build a business. I had just came up on like a bright idea, but I was like, what what can I go get into that's going to help me take this thing off, like this idea that I have? Because right before I got into the digital marketing course, I was going live on YouTube just talking about my core beliefs, my values, everything, just everything. So I was like, this is good. I'm like, this is good. I can talk about this stuff, but like, how do I market this stuff? Like, how do I make this professional? So I remember God was like, you're gonna have to go. I was like, God, send me something. Send me something that's gonna make this make sense for me. Because at the time before I got into digital marketing, I was working full time, 40 hours. Sometimes I would have to work the weekend because y'all know, right? Like it's fucking crazy out here. So while working full time, and I was a Lyft driver. But even though I wasn't in nobody's job, I still feel like me having to work 40 hours to make a living, that's a job. Like, so shit. It's not like, it's not like I'm on the beach on my laptop making money. So, uh, um, so anyways, I remember the day I came across my coach and my mentor, and she was like, uh, she was very passionate. She was speaking very passionately about the course. And, she was just saying all the good things about the course and all this stuff. And I was like, I immediately knew, y'all, that course was for me. And From that moment, I started saving my money because the course was $500. So I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to fit in? Because y'all know how it is. I was a Lyft driver, so I was pretty much living check to check, right? I'm like, ooh, how am I going to fit in $500 this month? So I had to start literally, I had to start sacrificing stuff like Netflix. I couldn't go shopping that month. I think it was for like 2 months. Yes, it was for like 2 months where I had to like, miss out on certain things. I had to sacrifice some stuff in order to be able to afford the course. So I did that. I saved up $125 for 4 weeks, and then I was able to get the course. But I'm telling y'all, I do not regret none of the sacrifices I had to make in order to get the course, because now digital marketing has allowed me to completely own my own time, y'all. And it has allowed me to be able to bring my daughter back home where she doesn't have to go out to school. And I live here in the Midwest, and I don't know where y'all at, but honey, baby, it's snowing and it's cold. And when you wake up, it's 2 degrees. Who? No, no. I'm sorry. Who? I'm not going. Mm-mm. So to be able to own my own time and be able to just, say, okay, well, we gonna have to transition this thing. I didn't think it was gonna be bad this winter because last is for the past. I think for the past four. No, no, yeah, for the past 3 to 4 years, it hasn't really been getting cold like that in the wintertime. Because I remember last year it didn't get cold until, y'all, I'm telling you, it was like 60 degrees in December last year. So it didn't really get cold here until probably like January. But y'all, it never got to negative degrees. It never got to negative degrees. So now that it's getting ready to be negative degrees here on Tuesday, I'm like, oh, honey, no. Like, mm-mm. I'm just grateful every time. I'm telling y'all, every time I see a snowstorm, I just be saying a quiet little prayer for everybody who got to go get up, get in their cars, and drive to work. I couldn't imagine myself doing Lyft. I could not even imagine myself doing Lyft in that weather, y'all. Ooh, I'm telling you, my birthday was just Thursday, and I did nothing. Not saying I didn't do nothing, but like I pretty much expect that for me. Like my birthday's in January. I live in the Midwest, so it's like, girl, like how you ain't finna really be able to do too much in January. So y'all, my plan this year was like, okay, I got to build my business up so quick that I'm moving to the South. I don't have no more time. I need to be with the sun. I need to be with the sun. I don't need to be worried about no wintertime, no, oh, it's about to be January. And no, I need to be able to just vibe and be in the sun all the time. Okay, so that's why that is one of my biggest goals for this year. Like, what are some of y'all goals? What's one of y'all biggest goals for 2025? I mean, I remember I remember going into 2024 last year. I had all these little nice little plans and stuff. Yeah, the plans was canceled before the year begun, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. You can't do no business with the devil. Okay, there was no certainty with the opponent, and it just felt so good going into my year this year, feeling clarity, right? Feeling like things were possible. What's she doing? Feeling like things were possible, and not feeling um like I was asking for too much, right? Last year when I made those plans and I made those plans around a job, no, right? Like you're not gonna be able to take that little $50,000 you're gonna earn this year, right, and really do no real big plans with it. And I learned that. Woo, y'all. I was so mad. I was so mad because I was like, yo, I had the greatest plans this year, but they wasn't happening because, like I said, you have to build you up. Y'all, listen. If it's on nothing, if it ain't nothing else you take from this live tonight, You have to build yourself a business, sweetheart. There ain't no more jobs. Some of y'all think I'm playing because y'all walk outside and y'all go see the stores open. You be like, there is a job. Y'all, they are not hiring y'all. They're not giving y'all no benefits. Okay? They're not giving y'all no retirement plans. Y'all trust some people with y'all retirement funds? Y'all really trust some people with y'all retirement funds? You trust that you finna work for them for 45 to 50 years. And at the end of it, they gonna give you your money. I don't trust nobody like that with my retirement. I'm sorry. I just don't. I need to build myself a business, right? So that way I can have the capital to invest into stocks and bonds, buy some gold, okay, tap into the market, get some life insurance, right? And have my own leverage. I don't want you to be the person that tell me what I can do with my money. I don't trust nobody like that. Mm-mm. I don't trust nobody like that. I do not trust nobody like that. Ain't no jobs, y'all. Ain't no jobs. Come about the illusion that you think is a job out here for you. Because you know what? There was a point in our economy where uh, inflation wasn't so fucking crazy, right? So out of goddamn whack, we could go. And it's probably about 50 years ago. But hey, it was a point where there was a such thing as a job market. Meaning that if you dressed up nice, you had your credentials, you went to college, and you did it the right way, you can go find you a decent job. And guess what? Because the cost of living was so low, if you was getting 50, 60 grand a year, that's a lot of money at a time where the things don't cost that much. And so yes, if I'm earning 50 to 60 to $70,000 a year, I can take some of that money, save it, right? Still do the same thing, invest my money into some stuff, right? But that's not happening today, y'all. These 50 and $60,000 jobs this year to like in this time, that's not enough to sustain week by week. So you don't have no choice, right? You have no choice but to have you a side hustle or a business. You don't have no choice but to do that, y'all. Ain't no jobs. Ain't no. When I say that, y'all, is there is no jobs out here that's going to sustain. And listen, majority rules. Okay, majority rules. Not these exceptions for these people that went to go get them the majority. Meaning these everyday people who's getting these everyday jobs because the doors are open. And guess what? Those are the people who's living week by week. Mm-mm. That's not sustainable. Because some of y'all don't even think about your retirement. Right? Oh, I'm just gonna work. Because guess what? The average, the average American today don't have a steady job. The average American today does not have a steady job. So that means they're actually not on their way to saving for their retirement because they don't have a steady place. They're going from job to job. Those temporary jobs in these warehouses is a scam. And so how long do you think you're going to be able to do that? How long do you think you're going to be able to jump from temporary job to temporary job? I hope you don't think you could do that forever. Because at one point, your body going to give out to that. So building a business, And having access to these digital marketing courses, these courses that's teaching you the skills to put yourself out there the right way, that's gonna have to be your next best move. Learning them skills, y'all, gonna have to be your next best move. Cause guess what? Let me tell you something about what I learned in this course that I've been learning, that I've been studying. Guess what? Guess what's crazy? The skills that they teach inside these marketing courses, it's skills you were born with. But guess what? Because you so heavily disconnected from who you are, you don't even got the skills. You don't got the ability to get on camera and tell your story. You don't got the ability to come talk to somebody and relate. Why though? Because skills was taken from you, right? Those skills was taken from you. In the Fortune 500 companies, use them every single day, and told you them skills weren't for you to have. That was just for us, the ones that got the multi-billion-dollar into businesses. Them skills are for us. You can't have those. You stay a consumer. You don't get to play with the big boys. So when you know that these marketing courses that they talking about, they're just running all over the internet. When you notice the skills that you supposed to have already, you get busy. And you find some more people to give it to. Because we supposed to have the skills. But because wasn't nobody around us sharpening us, saying this is what you need to do, sweetheart, to be successful. These are the skills that it takes to be a millionaire. This is what the 1%ers are doing. Y'all think these millionaires they kids ain't gonna be no millionaires? They gonna watch their parents be millionaires. So I decided that, oh, well, me too. My kid gonna watch me be a millionaire. She gonna know everything it take. She gonna know exactly what it look like to be successful. I ain't raising no bum. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. And she's not gonna be absorbing the BS. Y'all know be a whole bunch of bullshit going on out here. It's so much BS going on out here. And I'm talking about if you don't have no control over what you got going on in your mind, you better believe that them kids you created don't either. People be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know he was going to turn out like that. You didn't even think about what he was going to turn out to be because you didn't invest into him. Because you invest into yourself. So how many of us on here has not invested into ourselves, but we got little bitty people watching us? Who you going to be raising? Because if it's one thing I know, I live here too. I live here too. And so, I've been through the ringer. You feel what I'm saying? I did all of the things. I done made all of the mistakes. Head kids out of wedlock and all type of shit. I ain't the only one. So I know it's kids around you. But they watching everything you doing. They watching everything, every move you make. So what kind of impact are you going to make on their life? Are you going to be the one to go get the skills they need? Because the moment you created them kids, it's no longer about you. Your time is up. You already chose the life you was going to live. Y'all need the skills. I was just sitting here, look, this is how God be talking to me. I'm telling y'all, this is how God be talking to me. I say, all right, well, let me just go ahead and get online. Let me just go ahead and get online because God got a lot to say. You feel what I'm saying? And what the heck? What this one doing? I said, let me go ahead and get online because I need to put my community service hours in. I need to go ahead and put my community service hours. I need to go ahead and put my 7 hours in. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't slow to implement nothing. I ain't slow to implement nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and put my community service hours in because they told me that I need to spend 7 hours with y'all. So I said, okay, okay, that's cool. Cause they don't know me. They don't know me. They don't know me like they don't know me. And you know what's so funny? I was just sitting here thinking, I was like, should I get on TikTok? I was like, should I get on TikTok? Then they start talking about TikTok was what they say TikTok was banned. But y'all know what? Let me say this. I've watched all of 10 videos since TikTok has been up. Like I don't be on that app. But there was a point where I was on that app and I was making videos, but I never was like scrolling through it, if y'all get what I'm saying. Like I posted videos. I posted probably like maybe 12 videos on there, but I stopped going on there. But one thing I do appreciate about TikTok is that you can get up on that thing, okay? And you can talk about whatever the you want. And you're gonna have you a community of people that's gonna be listening to what you got to say. And so when I had that bright idea, like, oh, okay, well, let me get on TikTok and I'm start talking about because this is what I wanted. This is what I felt like, y'all. I felt like I wanted a outlet or a platform or somewhere where I can just go have a conversation or maybe do something creative, but it had nothing to do with me running a business because it's a thing. Having a business and running a business is cool, but like my YouTube is for straight up business. Like that's it. I'm only doing YouTube to do business, right? But I wanted to find a place where I didn't have to have a call to action at the end of the video, right? Like I just didn't. I just wanted to have a place where I can just straight up be creative and talk about whatever it is that I want to talk about, and share whatever it was I wanted to share without having to feel like, oh well, I have to say you guys go buy X, Y, and Z. Like, but you know what I mean? I just didn't want. I just wanted to find a different platform, so that's why I was thinking about TikTok. But guess what? TikTok got shut down the next day. So I was like, well, is that a sign, God? Do you not want me to not go on TikTok? So then when I woke up, somebody was like, oh, TikTok is back on today. And I'm like, these people, I'm not about to even play with y'all. I'm about to just not even play with y'all. So I don't know, y'all. We're going to have to see how that work out for me, whether or not I'm going to get on there. But I'm finna get ready to get off of here. I spent 30 minutes with y'all. I only got 6 hours and 30 minutes. Like, nah. Nah. No, for real. I'm like that. Like, I will definitely be like, okay, well. But no, for real. Like this guy, this was inspiring to me. He was like his what did he say? What the heck that man say? He said his level of I don't know. I shared it with y'all. Something about how his audience spends 18,000 hours with him every day. Or on average he gets about 18,000 views on his channel. And he get 2.1 million views a month on his channel. I'm like, what? But when you got that much value, y'all, when you so valuable like that, yes, that's going to be so true. So listen. Ain't nobody come in here and ask me no questions about digital marketing. But wait. Do y'all know wait? One day it will be. But let me say this. Dang, did I forget what I was about to say? Oh, yes. If you want to know the secret to building a marketing business, like having a digital product business, you're going to need to be consistent with putting the value out there. Because I'm watching people like when you make that big girl, big boy investment, you feel me? And you just go ahead and you do your big one. It's like, nah. But when you go ahead and you do your big one and you make that investment, that course is like, let me say it like this, it's the segue. It's more so like the thing that gets you in the corners that you need to be in. Because when you start studying this course, listen, let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this real quick, real quick, real quick. When you study something, right? Because a lot of people don't know this. The average person don't know this about their brain. When you study something and you become made aware of something, your mind, right? Meaning the brain and the heart, okay? The brain and the heart will begin to go to work for you. And so you will begin to attract, right? Similar experiences to what it is that you're studying. So if you get a course, right, that's filled with all the information is that you would ever want and need to build a business, okay? And you start studying that course. People, places, events start taking place for you to have information and knowledge for you to be successful. That's why you don't never, ever, 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 never have to worry about if you're going to be successful or not in any kind of business endeavor. Because as long as you are studying, your brain, right, your mind is going to begin to attract the information for you. And stuff is just going to come to you. So having access to a course that's going to give you what you need to be successful is so much bigger than buying a course. Ooh, oh my God. Don't miss it. The course I decided to invest in, millionaires created that. And so guess what? Because some millionaires decided to, take all the information they had and put it in a course and sell it to me, what kind of transformation y'all think I'm gonna go through? I'm gonna walk down the same steps they walk down because they millionaires. They gave me all the information I need to be a millionaire, so I'm just gonna walk down. I'm gonna follow their path. That's the kind of information I got access to. That's the kind of information you can have access to if you go buy the course. Let me leave you with this. Wherever you want to go, you ain't getting there without the information. Wherever it is that you're trying to go, the only thing that's gonna get you there is the information required. Okay, so just like how you jump in that car, right, and you go to that gas station, the only kind of information that car take is gas, and you ain't going nowhere until you put the gas in that car. So same with you. If you want to go anywhere, you're gonna need some gas, and the gas is the information. So if there's any place in the world you want to go, any experience you want to have, you're gonna have to come up on that information to get it. And so just like it costs you money to buy some gas, it costs you money for that information you're gonna have to get where you're trying to go. I don't understand what y'all don't get. Some of y'all so worried about that little bit of money y'all got that you will let $500 be the reason why you ain't gonna be no millionaire. I told y'all my story. I ain't playing those games. I ain't playing those games. I made the sacrifices. Ain't nothing about to stop me. Ain't nothing about to stop me. What you doing? What you doing with your time? A lot of y'all think y'all got, listen, if you ain't got no retirement in place, I'm sorry. If you in your 40s and your 50s and stuff and your retirement still ain't planned out, Oh my God. Oh my God. Some of y'all think y'all got all day long and forever in the day. Y'all don't. Y'all don't. Pay attention to what's going on outside. They don't give a goddamn about your ass. They don't care about you. They do not care about you. So your only way out, sweetheart, is to go build you a business. And so you need the information that's required to get you there. Listen, I've been sitting on this platform and I ain't gonna never ever play about the part I play in getting you your success. I'm not ever never gonna play with that. So go watch my videos, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. And go get some information about the course. Go get some information about that. Go get some information about that course, honey. Okay? Go get some information about that course, baby. Don't play with it, honey pants. No, I'm playing. Let me go because I'm getting sleepy. I will see you guys later. I love you guys.